And then speaking of relationships, Erica, you just wrote a book about relationships, right?
Oh.
Well, not necessarily romantic, but
yeah, right.
Yes, I during the quarantine, I had a lot of time on my hands. So I came up with a book. It's called My Story, My Words. And the premise of it is, well, let me tell you a little bit of a background story so that makes sense. A friend of mine her father was battling Alzheimer's. And I saw how quickly his mind really deteriorated. I mean, like within a year. And I remember her telling me how she was concerned about him, maybe not remembering who she is at some point, because it was definitely going to come to that point. Meanwhile, my dad is writing a memoir, like everything he can remember from birth. So I almost felt guilty because I felt like I had something tangible to remember my dad by. Her dad was losing his memories. So I just was kind of going back and forth with what could I do for people in those situations to help something tangible to be able to keep memories of their loved ones. I don't know, 4 or 5 years went by, and then here comes the pandemic. I just got this idea to write a book regarding that. So I created it's a guided journal, meaning there's prompts. So you get like a sentence to get, a question and you answer it, just write free. So it's geared towards, I have moms to sons and daughters. I have dads to sons and daughters, and then I have grandparents to grandchildren. So right now I have 4 that are out, and I'm working on fathers right now. So it's called My Story, My Words, Love Mom, or My Story, My Words, Love Dad. So it's a gift from your dad. He fills everything out, and he gives it to you as a gift.
Oh,
that's pretty
awesome.
Cool. Yeah.
I realized too in all this, thinking about my friend and her dad, my own dad, my mom, I talk to her all the time, but I realized I don't really know her outside of being my mother. Like, who is she before that? Like, what does she think about, that kind of stuff? So, it was I got it done really quickly because I want her to fill it out for me. And then, we're at this age, I don't know about y'all, but my peers their parents are, this is about that time. So I just wanted to do something like that for people to have something.
Awesome. Yeah, that's a great idea. And that's actually something I was thinking about not too long ago. A way to record your thoughts, your feelings, your opinions, because like you said, when you're a parent, you get seen through the lenses of being a parent. You don't really know who they were before they were a parent, what they like to do for fun, and how they viewed the world and all this stuff, and how their views changed over time.
Yeah.
Like they can give that to you one-on-ones, but I think there's a certain I don't know, I think there's something very interesting about capturing it in real time as it happens. So documenting your life as you go, I think would be great. And this book sounds like a kind of a great way to kind of get that started.
Yeah, and it opens up dialogue. I mean, if she gives it to you or he gives it to you, and you have a chance to read it at that moment, you can talk about, hey, what do you mean right here? And maybe conversations you probably wouldn't have had before. Or let's say you have an elderly parent that maybe can't write at this point. You go visit them at, their retirement home or something. That's a sit down conversation. Hey, let's go through this book together, and just bonding time. So just kind of whatever you want to use it for. I just wanted to at least have, some avenue, and you can kind of go with it the way you want to.
And one more time, what's the name of the book?
It's called My Story, My Words, Love Mom, or Love Dad, or Love Grandma.
We cut to a father and son having a conversation. Get in here, Antoine.
Oh, yeah. What's going on?
Now your mother's in there. She's been crying all night because you're getting ready to go to college, and thought this was the perfect time for me to come in here and share a little bit of my college stories with you. Maybe get you, get excited about the experience you're about to go on.
Sure. Yeah, I can take a break from packing. That's fine.
All right. So nice to sit down with your old man from time to time. Back in my day, before I was your father, I was out there, man. I didn't think I was gonna come back.
I don't know what that means.
I mean, I was really out there, son. I had joined the cult. I had shaved my hair, my eyebrows. You know, I was drinking nothing but peanut water. Oh my God. I thought that life was gonna be the rest of my days.
Was that in college, Dad?
I was on the way to college. My father was having this conversation with me, and on the way there, I stopped to get some gas, and I got caught up in this cult and ended up having 5 wives. I couldn't get out of it. And
did you get kidnapped? That sounds crazy.
They don't call it kidnapping. They call it adopting. They were adopting me, and yeah.
How come you never mentioned this before? Like, this sounds like it had a huge impact. Is that why you don't allow peanuts in the house?
That's why I don't like peanuts in the house. It's not because we have been peanut allergies, son. It's because I drank so much peanut water at that club. Every time I think about it, it makes my stomach twirl.